let's move on. We have one more additional piece of dialogue to go over before we move on, and that's back in the armor shop. Now, for both of these conversations with the silver shield and now the silver armor, they do need to be equipped, otherwise he won't notice them. Welcome. This is truly splendid equipment. It's made of hammered silver, yet remains strong as can be, and a blessing is carved amongst the other decorations. The workmanship on this piece is astounding. Now I'm gonna go kind of out of my way here to buy the equipment that I'm not going to use anyway. I have enough money for it, so let's go ahead and buy the reflex armor. The reflex armor is the crowning jewel of my inventory. It's a light leather armor treated with resin. 5,000 gold. I'm gonna purchase it. I wouldn't necessarily recommend doing that, but I like having a complete-ish inventory. So then let's go ahead and also purchase the large shield. The large shield is made of steel, it's durable, and can stand up to any attack thrown at you. 6,000 gold, so I am left with just under 8,700 gold left. Thank you, use it well. Come again. So let's go ahead and look at it, but not equip it. We have the reflex strengthened with a particular resin that makes it very flexible. As you can see, it lowers my defense by 10. That's to be expected at this point. Then we have the large shield, a large steel shield, heavy and bulky, but offers great defense. Once again, lowers my defense by 10. It seems to be 10 each time. They're not messing around with too many numbers here. 10, 10, 10, all the way up. I am up to level 9. Did not take too much longer. I need 25,000 experience in order to get to the next level, and I'm working on it. I'm up to 205 strength, 210 defense, 210 HP as well. Now, I don't think this actually gives me a new piece of dialogue, but we're gonna head back to Sarah's place. It's just empty now. Not even Old Man Franz is here. But we got something. Let's go ahead and check these. It still doesn't say anything about them, but we did get a couple new notes. Let's go over those. There are some new well, not new characters, but new monsters that we found. We did find the Nubrow, a monster residing in the abandoned mine. Its appearance is strange and almost humorous, but its attacks are much more deadly than any encountered previously. Until we got to these guys, the Reah, a semi-transparent life form that lurks in the abandoned mine. Its jelly-like body latches onto its victims and begins dissolving them. Aim for the eye. Then we have the Othcross, a bug beast that dwells in the abandoned mine. Its slippery body deflects sword strikes, and its sharp fangs can pierce armor. Doesn't go down easy. Then we have the Dynic, a beast with an enormous gaping maw, the side of its drooling visage, or visage, depending on how you want to pronounce it. In pursuit, its drooling visage, in pursuit is nightmare-inducing. Devours its prey, but no one knows where the remains go. It's like all mouth. Then we have the Menon, a fast-moving, hard-shelled monster that bustles about in the abandoned mine. Due to its quick speed within a dimly lit environment, the Menon presents real danger. Yeah, that guy is not easy. And finally, we have the Charon, who they have underneath the Menon, even though the Menon is deadlier. The Charon saunters about the abandoned mine, skewering prey with its spear and horns, ranked as superior officer to the Unknows, giving it an air of dignity. Has a cute tail. I didn't notice. But no new bosses or anything like that. So that is it for now. I will meet you back in Zepik Village, where we can get a little bit more dialogue. I'm putting off turning in the harmonica for the time being. I'm also putting off eating the seed. Although I believe in the Eternal version of the game, you don't actually have to eat the seed, but in this version you do, so I'm putting that off for the time being. Back in Zepik Village. Now, I have already taken care of this, but in case you haven't, you need to do this now. We need to forward the dialogue enough so that Jeba will now tell us about the trees and the seeds. Here she talks about the trees, then she says that you can converse with the trees if you eat their seeds, and then of course there's the blue text to let you know that that's going to be a thing that you can do. So we need to eat the tree seeds so that we can talk to the trees. Let's not question it, we'll just move on. There are two rhoda trees. I'm gonna go and see what we can do without eating the seeds first. We have already seen one, so I'm going to head to that one first. There is something that I skipped for that because I didn't want it kind of shown how kind of vital that was going to be to the plot until we actually had something to do with them. Now that we do, we're going to head back to the Rhoda tree that we saw, if I could stop getting lost for a second. To do that, we need to head south from Zepik Village's screen twice. That means going around the pond all the way south, and then from here we can just head west. And then eventually on the northwestern part of this screen, we should be able to find the Rhoda tree. Now, we have seen this before, which is why I don't get the nameplate or anything like that, but what I did not do is run into it. As you can see, we get a very short cutscene there. That kind of implies that this is going to be important for something. So let's go ahead and... Actually, before we eat the seed, let's go over the silver harmonica. The silver harmonica with a vibrant sound sparkles majestically. There's a silver harmonica. The Rhoda tree seed's what's important here. Seed of an ancient tree with a flavor said to rival all else. We need to equip it and then use it. Adol peeled away the hard shell of the seed and ate the pulpy meat inside. The taste was sweet but mellow. The instant he swallowed, Adol felt a strange shudder run down his back. I'm not sure if that's good, but we're going to go back and check in with the tree. We'll get a longer cutscene this time as a result of eating the seed. Darm. Black. Clay. Fear. Despair. I didn't follow all of that, but there is a reason. If you go too far ahead, you won't be able to see this. As you can see, the tree is trying to communicate with us, but something is failing here. We will go to the other Rhoda tree here in, well, this general area. One we have not been to before, but is not too far away. We just need to go back north a couple screens, back to the screen where we can head to Zepik Village. Is this the one or is it the other one? No, this is the right one. All right, so we need to head north across the bridge and back to the normal path to Manea, right? This is the normal path there. But from here, instead of heading south to Manea, we're going to head west. Remember that the mine is north of here, but we're not going to head there. We're just going to head west. Then at the northwestern part of this screen, we should be able to find the other Rhoda tree. There it is. And now we get a nameplate because this is the first time we've been here. So let's go ahead and run into the tree. Ys. Goddesses. Solomon. Once again, the trees aren't being too clear about things. So these are kind of special comments, so to speak, dialogues that we can't normally get if you move too far ahead in the plot too quickly. So I wanted to show them off at least a little bit. Now that those are done, we are free to head back to Manea. There's a little bit of work that we can do there. After all, we did get that silver harmonica. Maybe that will help with the trees for some reason. Let's head back. Just make sure we're on the main road here. And we have made it back to Manea. Now we need to turn in the silver harmonica, but as it turns out, the woman here is gone. We have to find her out on the ramparts. Turns out she is waiting for us up here. So we'll head over here and we will talk to her. Actually, can I do anything with the harmonica? I can blow on it, but I'm not particularly good at it. If I have it equipped, will she? Yeah, probably. Let's talk to her. Ah, you found my harmonica. What's that? You say it was in the abandoned mine at Rasted? I see. It's just as I'd thought. At any rate, I extend my eternal thanks to you for its safe return. You are a most kind individual. May I inquire as to your name? Adol gave his name. Adol Kristen, you say? What a wonderful ring that name has to it. Thank you again 1,000 times for finding my harmonica, Sir Kristen. Please do me the honor of listening to my song. Beautiful. Much better than the one that I did. If we talk to her again, she doesn't say too much more. Thank you so much for finding it. Yeah, not too much more, but there is still more that you can do, and this will actually give you a Steam achievement if you're interested in that. This is entirely optional, though. What we want to do is look at the piece of paper. Paper of several lines of an unreadable language written on it. Equip that and use that right in front of her. That poem. It's something I wrote a long time ago. Adol gave the piece of paper to Reah. Thank you very much. Have anything to say about it? Adol, by some chance are you... No, never mind. Forget I said anything, please. Don't, you can finish. Thank you so much for finding it. But as we walk away, and as we leave town... Well, just walk away from the ramparts. The eastern sky is stained in red, the western sky is blue. Between the lands of light and shade, my dreams are born anew. I hear the melodies of birds and taste the fresh spring air. I see the silent rhoda tree and feel I've once been there. Its sight is all I'd ever need to cry until the dawn. The lost serenity of man depicted thereupon. I feel the bird, its wings aloft, en route to clearer skies, 2 moons that wax and wane out west, while east the sun doth rise. Fina, the wheel of fate has begun to turn once more. Even if I alone were to awaken to my destiny, I wish the dream could have continued for you forever. But sadly, we both have our roles to play, you and I. Doing that will get you a Steam achievement, but it is entirely optional, but I would recommend it. It's a nice little poem that she's got going there. But now it is time to head out once more. We're going to head back to the... Rhoda trees. So across from here and west once more. We're going to head to the one in the northwestern part first. I think I'm a little bit... well, I've gone the wrong way a little bit here. So let's head north, at least a different way than I went before, taking on the ever deadly Picards as we go. There should be a path north of here, shouldn't there? Kill the Picards! Oh no, they have a defense of 8. Whatever shall I do? Alright, north of here, eventually we will find our way back to the Rhoda Tree. This place can be a bit of a maze. I don't know why I'm going out of my way to try to kill things. Alright, back to the Rhoda Tree. Let's talk to you, even though you're not the important one. You understand our words. My name is Rhoda. I am one of the twin trees born of the goddesses in the time of Ys. My leaves have felt the joyous tribute. That melody can awaken even the forest itself. It brings back so many memories. O swordsman, travel ye to my brother, for at his feet lies a silver blade. Did I catch all that right? Let's try it again, because that went a lot faster than I anticipated. You understand our words. My name is Rhoda. I am one of the twin trees born of the goddesses in the time of Ys. My leaves have felt the joyous timbre. That melody can awaken even the forest itself. It brings back so many memories. O swordsman, travel ye to my brother, for at his feet lies a silver blade. So it was timber, not tribute. This is why I double-checked. Let's head to the other one, though, because as it turns out, he might have a silver sword for me. And that sounds like the stuff of legends, at least around here. People don't have very imaginative legends around here. So we want to head east a couple ways, couple times, then we can start heading back to the southeastern part, and we can find the other Rhoda tree, the more important Rhoda tree, as it turns out. Yeah, around here, and eventually we'll get ourselves something nice for all this work that we have been doing. And indeed, the harmonica did bring the Rhoda trees out of a sleep, even though it's kind of hard to figure that out. That's what they're implying here. Let's see what we can get from this guy. Darkness again stirs in the world. It brings another nightmare to Ys. O swordsman, thy journey begins now. The silver light beckons both hope and destruction. Lose not thy way, lose not thy will. Leave thy heart open to the possibilities. Silver light began to spill out from the roots of the great tree. And we have been bestowed the silver sword. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. Everything here seems to be made of silver, except for the heel ring, but it could. It doesn't say what it's made out of, does it? The silver sword increases our strength by 15. It's an ornately decorated longsword. Its silver glow can destroy evil. I like the sound of that. We're going to equip it kind of no matter what, though. But now that we have the silver sword in hand, and we're still killing everything in one shot, but we could have done that before, we're going to head back to the town of Reah, because there's at least a little bit more that we can do there. I have to remember which is actually the path up from here. No, it's further east of here. This one. There we go. There's a little bit more that we can do in Reah. Now that I am fully decked out in silver, those guys have always seemed to be impressed by my silver collection, so I don't see why the silver sword would be anything different. So let's head all the way south here. Shouldn't be too long to Reah at this point. But we have awoken the Rhoda trees. We did some good work. We also returned that harmonica, getting 3,000 experience in the process, in case you're curious why I have so much more experience now. That is why. Rosity. Welcome. What is this sword? I've never seen a blade that shines like this before. It's not just that it's made of silver either. There's something else to it. A great power. In all the years I've been running this shop, I've never seen such a spectacular sword. I know, right? Come again. They're just so impressed by me. It's about time that local shopkeepers were impressed with the things that I had on me, things that I picked up in the field. But now that we have done quite a bit of work, it is now time for us to go back to the mine. We can tackle the rest of that now, but we will take care of that next time. That's going to do it for these parts of Let's Play Ys. I've been Baller Scoop. I've been joined, as always, by our silver champion, Adol Kristen. Hope you guys have enjoyed these parts. Hope you laughed. Hope you learned. Hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching.